Hey y'all, it's Crystal from Triple C Creations Crafting coming to you again from North Georgia. It's a rainy, foggy day today, and hopefully I'll have more luck getting this video to upload than I did my last one. It took 3 days to get my last video to upload, but we're going to be making some Valentine earrings today. Bringing in a lot of tools, a lot of different media. I'm going to describe it like that, but I have Cody in here helping me. Whether he'll stay for the whole video and all the parts or not, we'll see, but Cody's here. Say hey, Cody. Hey. Cody's my youngest son of the Triple C's. But we are going to be making some earrings. Christmas got crazy and I did not get to make my typical gifts that I make for Christmas, so we're going to be making some Valentine earrings for some teachers and some co-workers, and it'll be a nice little surprise in the winter here. All right, so let's get to it. Okay, so let's talk about the things we're going to use today to make our earrings. Now, I have a variety of marine type crafting vinyl. I always like to buy this on rolls at like Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something. I buy it when it's half off, so it's much cheaper that way. You don't get a whole lot on the roll, but if you're just making earrings, I mean, that's a lot of earrings. I love the buffalo plaid. I also have the white buffalo plaid, and I make a lot of earrings at Christmas with this. They have all different colors. I also have some, and we're probably not going to use it in this, but Dollar Tree has some rolls of, I think, something similar, so you might be able to do that. It's kind of a, I think they have like brown and navy, so that might be another video, or if you've tried it, let me know. I had somebody had a nice hookup, somebody that refinished, well, it was marine vinyl. They refinished boat seats. They reupholstered boat seats, and they saved their scraps for me. So I have a variety. I mean, a lot of it's like white or blue, but sometimes I would get some gold and some silver. I got some it's kind of a bluish teal, shimmery, kind of makes me think of like a mermaid tail. So I have some of that. I have some glitter. Well, that was on a roll from like Hobby Lobby. Another thing that we're going to be using to make earrings are these cork sheets from the Dollar Tree. So this is $1 for a cork sheet, and you can get a lot of earrings out of this. And we'll talk about, it's sticky on the back, but we'll talk about how to fix that. All right, so that's the basis for our earrings. Now, what else do I have? Well, I have taken some of my scrap vinyl, HTV vinyl, and I have cut various Valentine clip art out of them with my silhouette. And again, I just used small scrap pieces of vinyl. I've got some red, some black, and some white. And so I've got some hearts, different size hearts, wrote love, and you can do, I mean, go crazy. Once you kind of pick out your designs, you can just copy and paste it. And again, I just used my my scraps vinyl. So these were very small pieces of vinyl that I was able to use for this. And I've just got a variety here. I even had some that, like, instead of having a pair, one of them messed up. If you're cutting very thin things, they mess up. But you know what? That's okay, because I may end up mixing and matching these, doing one earring with a heart, one earring with the word. So we got that. So we've got our vinyl we're going to put it on, our earring, we've got things we're going to put it on. What else? Well, normally, so this is HTV. Normally when I put it on, I use my heat press. But these are really small, and my heat press, I mean, it's really hot, and so getting in and out, a lot of times I end up with burns on my hand. So I'm going to try, and we'll see. It may fail. I have this. Can you hand me the box over there, Cody? I have this small iron, and I thought it was made for like quilting appliques, but it's not. It actually says a sealing iron. It does get to 395 degrees. To do HTV, I only need it 310, 315, and I actually turn that down on my earrings, because if you heat it that much to that high temperature for very long, you lose your pattern on the vinyl. So I don't actually turn mine down when I'm doing the earrings. And again, this is not something that's going to be washed. It's not going through the wash machine, so we don't have to have as high heat. So I think this will work. May have some trial and error. I got this at a thrift store for $4.50, and it looks brand, well, I'm pretty sure it is brand new, because look at the tag here. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to try it if I can get the pressure. Now, I do have a silicone mat that I'm working on, but I'm not comfortable about, putting things on it. So a lot of times I will use a block. This is just a thin block. It's actually a kid's building block, and I will use that. So I've got a firm surface to get my pressure on, and I also have just a scrap piece of Teflon to put over the earring whenever I put it down. So let's talk some more tools. Now, I went through, let me show you. I have like my tackle box here. I went through and I traced a bunch of earrings and cut them out. So I'd sit in front of the TV and cut them out. Now I have a silhouette because I cut these things on the silhouette. But I've not had a lot of luck cutting this vinyl on the silhouette. It just makes a mess. And part of it is, I think, because I'm using vinyl that's not necessarily crafting vinyl. If I was just using maybe some of this, it might work better. I really don't know. That's still pretty fuzzy on the back and pretty thick. So I don't have a lot of luck cutting on my silhouette. So I went through and I just traced, you can't, well, that's good. You can't see where I traced. But I traced and I cut these out. So these are not machine made. These were hand cut. And I've got a bunch here. But I saw something on AliExpress. And I'm pretty sure I got these off AliExpress. They are earring thinlets. Can you put some more of those over here, Cody? So it was a whole set, and it was, I mean, for AliExpress, it was a little bit more. I won't say, but for a thinlet, it was not. I want to think I paid like $6 or $7 for all of these pieces. And see, we're still pulling them over here. For all of these pieces to cut in your die cutting machine. And then you layer them up. So like you have this one. Oh, here's my other one. So you could do a big one and then a little one and layer them up. There's even another little one. You could do 3 like that. You could do some smaller earrings. No, that's something different. You could get all these different shapes. And so you have the freedom. I don't know about that. But maybe something like that you could do. So I typically do like this kind of thing. I do some of these though. So I do have some of those. But you have that flexibility. It does have a little place, and I can't remember if it cuts all the way through where your hole would be. If nothing else, it puts an indent so you're at least consistent on punching your holes. Now, punching my holes, I have this machine, and I don't even remember where I got it. I'm sure I bought it on clearance somewhere. And like I said, I'm not even sure what it's for, but it has this tiny little thing, and I just use that to punch my hole for my earrings. So that's what I do. Like I said, I don't even remember where I got it. I've had it a long time. It works really good to punch my holes. Now, I had these. I've tried them out a little bit. We'll try them out some more. But then I got to thinking like, ooh, I could use other shapes to make earrings with. So I pulled out this set of heart dies. And does anybody know where I got these? If you said the Dollar Tree, you would be right. So I paid $1.25 for this set. And this one works good. I know some of my thinlets from Dollar Tree have kind of been hit or miss. They didn't always cut all the way around, like they've got some flaws. But these hearts so far have cut good. So for Valentine's Day, these would be perfect. Now, the big one, that's bigger than I would wear. But I definitely think that these two would make good earrings. And I'm thinking like stack them like that. And so that would be a set of earrings. So we'll try that. I also saw people doing X's and O's. You could, I may try, I'm not sure, but I have these arrows. And I don't remember if I got these at a thrift store or if I maybe found them at Tuesday morning. Sorry, I can't remember. I buy everywhere, but I did not pay a lot for these. I will say that. And sometimes they cut good and sometimes they don't. So I'm kind of hesitant about trying them on this thicker vinyl. But I have those. I may do that. We'll see. But go through your dies and think outside the box. Think about shapes you could turn into earrings. All right, so let's, I want to clear this off. I'll bring out my die cutting machine and we'll try die cutting some. Okay, so this buffalo plaid is definitely some of my thicker vinyl. And so we've been playing with it and learned an important trick: cut on the bottom. Now, I have heard that if you have a metal shim, that might help. I don't have a metal shim. If you watch my other videos, I have a homemade sandwich here. So I do have the original, this base plate, and then I use a lot of cutting mats. This one, I was starting to have problems cutting it, so I converted it to a more like a shim. I found this mat at a thrift store, and then I used the Dollar Tree cutting mat as my shims. So when I tried cutting it with the right side up and my thinlets on top, it did not cut through, even running it through twice. If I cut it from the back, I do have more luck. I have to cut it, I have to run it through twice. And then I do still have to trim it up some. But again, this is like the thicker of the vinyl. So watch out, buddy. And so let me show you. There's once. Let's just go right back through. I need to figure out if I can oil my wheel there. It does squeak. Now, it's still, you might have some threads. See that? You might have some threads that it did not cut. You can run it back through if you want. But I just chose to get out my small scissors. These came from the Dollar Tree, and snip those scissors. So it's actually the back end, all the threads that are supporting the back that did not cut. And you can see, it's just a few. Seems like there's more at the bottom of this one, but And I have hand cut a lot of earrings, so it's all right that if it's a little bit off. This is still to me easier than cutting the whole thing by hand, even if I have to trim it up a little bit, because I hadn't had to trace it to start with. Because I traced it and then I cut them out, and so that was a lot of work. But now I have to the red ones, the big ones, to the I did 2 different sizes there. I'll have to go back. I try to do them in pairs because these are earrings, and I grabbed the medium and the small, but I do have 2 hearts. All right, so let's try a different type of vinyl now. Okay, so let's try this different vinyl. Now this is a pink metallic, but it is very thin. So let me just so you can, I don't know if you can see it on camera, definitely can feel it, but look at the difference in that. So I cut off just a piece of that, and I thought, well, I'm gonna do it like I did the other. I learned that if I cut from the back, that I have better luck. I cut 1 set of these because it is nice having lots of these because you have to run it through twice. Now you could order 2 sets of the dies, which the Dollar Tree ones would be easy. That's easy. But you could order 2 sets of the earring dies, and then you just run it through once and you have a set of earrings. But I'm having to run it through twice. So I've done 1 set, and I pretty much had to do like I did before and trim it up. Despite it being so much thicker, it's just all the threads. These are threads, and I have to cut them. You gotta be careful with this too. It kind of stretches, kind of weird. And I really wasn't sure about this because it is so thin. I don't know that can be an earring by itself. I mean, it's definitely gonna be light. These are all very light earrings. That's what I love about them. They're not heavy at all. Despite how big they are, or they may be, they're not heavy. But this, just because it is so thin, I don't know how it's gonna hang. So I'm thinking like I will probably, I may even like glue this to another piece. Like I may end up stacking these and gluing them. But anyways, so I'm just making everything in sets. So I've made 1 set of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and make another set. I'm gonna try adding another shim to this one. I tried that with the other vinyl because it wasn't cutting, and it was too thick to even go through. So, but let's see. Haven't tried this yet. So let's see. This one is much thicker. Let's see if the extra shim will go through. It's going through, and I don't feel like it's too thick. Okay, well maybe that a little bit harder. And I'm just gonna go. Before I even pull it all the way out, I'm gonna go right back through, because everything else I've had to do twice. Ooh, kind of warped my board there. I haven't used this cutting mat a whole lot. I'm gonna look at my cutting mat first. Oosh. And it's not, look, that went all the way through. Maybe I shouldn't have put the other shim in. It's okay. Again, I got this at a thrift store. It was like brand new though when I got it. But I have other mats, so live and learn. That's why I love finding them on sale. Now, oh, I do feel like it cut better though. But not, it was at the expense of my mat. So I will go through and I will trim this up. But look, it's not very much. And I can pull that, but it really just stretches out the threads and can kind of warp your design a little bit. So see how it pulls the threads. So I will go through and trim that up and have those. Yeah, I'm just not real sure about that, but hey, we'll use it for something. All right, so now let's move on. We've tried a couple of things of glitter, of vinyl. I do have the glitter, but let me show you. I actually have two kinds. This is very, very thick glitter, very big pieces. And then I have this, which is more glittery. This is, I mean, this is big pieces of glitter. This is much, much smaller. So again, you're gonna have to play with your sandwich on everything you do. And die cutting, I may decide that some of these, that the die cutting is just not worth it, and I may just cut them by hand. So, but definitely for some of them. Now, I love these cork sheets, and I had been thinking about these for a long time and about making earrings, and I'm just cutting a piece off. Look, I didn't cut, but I mean, that's maybe 3 inches off of that, and we can get lots of earrings. That's just really bold. Look at that. So I'm not even going to sample this first. Let's just go for it. You can see the good, the bad, and the ugly here. And I'm doing my 3 sizes of earrings, kind of Jenga piecing it together. Puzzle piecing, I don't know, Jenga piecing, kind of like Jengas are better. And whoops, probably gonna have to take out that other shim now. Okay. Oh, that's still not going through. I'm gonna take out my other shim. There we go. All right, let's try it with one and see. I'm gonna try not to move these others. I don't think it went all the way through. I may have just ruined this. It was like a quarter's worth of cork board. And I really have done this one before, but it's been a while. You know, it don't feel tight enough now. Let's find a different shim. Let's try just a cardstock shim instead of the cutting board. Okay, I think that one cut all the way through. And I'm going to move my die cutter because we're going to move on to assembling these. Now, this does have this adhesive back, and you can kind of see, it looks like it's cut all the way through. Yep, look at that. But nobody wants this on the back of their earring, do they? Okay, so what are you going to do? Well, you could put some really cute pattern paper on the back. Or, let me show you what I do. I pull out my, what is this bag? This is a bag. It's got powder in it. Use it when stamping. And I powder that up. And now it's not sticky at all. And that was what I did on my others that I had made. I made these a long time ago, and there's still no problem with them. Just generous amount of powder. Probably going to do it in my little bowl here, my little 1950 bowl maybe that was in my grandmother's house. And and what I didn't do, y'all, I didn't do 2 of these, but that's okay. There we go. Ooh, let's try my vacuum cleaner. So I got this off AliExpress. It's one of the glitter ones. Let's see. Haven't really had a chance to try it out. You do kind of have to push down, I noticed. And this is a silicone mat, but I think it worked pretty good. Oh, that's actually, made it very smooth. So that is my trick for getting the adhesive off the back of this cork. And y'all, if you bought cork at like one of the big box craft stores, you would pay much more than $1.25 for that much. And I think this will be super cute on earrings. Let's just, I just can't wait. But look at that. Is that not going to be cute Valentine earrings? Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to cut another set on these since I forgot, and we'll get ready to do some heat pressing. All right, so I got my little iron heating up. It heated up pretty fast. I want to start out with on 2. I couldn't find any paperwork. I didn't Google it to see like if it gave the temperatures. I do know that I guess on high it's like 365, which is definitely higher than I even need for clothing, so I don't need anything that high. Just something I learned is on the cork, if a piece is not cut all the way through or seems to be stuck, don't pull it because you will just pull it into. The vinyl, I could kind of tug it a little bit and that would work sometimes, but the cork, definitely cut it, don't pull on it. So, all right, let's look at what I got. And I also found some glitter hearts that I had cut previously. So I'm thinking like something like that. Let me cut these apart. And you don't have to make your earrings matching. Don't ever think that. I think some of the cutest ones do not match. So I'm thinking I'm going to hang these from the corner, and then I'm going to hang it from here so it'll hang kind of crooked. And then I think I'm going to put that right there. So that heart will be sitting upright. All right, let's see if this thing is going to work. Ooh, that's hot too. Usually for t-shirts, I hold it for, I think it's 15 seconds. But when I'm doing earrings, I really just want it long enough to stick, because this has a nice texture to it. If you do it too long or at too high of a temp, you will lose that texture, and that worked great. So I'm gonna hang it, like I said, from right there. All right, so let's do the other one. And I don't know how many minutes or how many seconds I held it. Not minutes, please don't do minutes. It'll be flat as a pancake. Might even burn. Oh, it's still coming up. A little bit longer. Had an oven mitt or something. Could push down on that. But I feel like I get a pretty good, I can push down on it pretty good with that. It's also the problem when I do it with my heat press. It sticks to my Teflon. And so then it's stuck and I have to like go feeling for it. All right. So I think that's cute. Now, how do I finish it off? Well, I told you about this thing. So I go in and I'm just going to punch a hole. Don't get too close to the edge, because if you get too close to the edge, you could tear. And I can stack them up. Probably could have done them both at once, but I didn't think about that. But I do want them together. And then I'm going to pull out my earring findings and put these things together. I do like to use jump rings because, well, I'll show you in a second. All right, so I got out my earrings, and so I've got, well, I actually have 3 earrings. Here I am doing everything in pairs. I'm trying to make 3 earrings at once. So I have my hooks, and these are pretty shiny. I think I got these on clearance at Hobby Lobby or something, or maybe even, I may have found, sometimes you can find packs of stuff like that at the thrift store. Dollar Tree, now I've not seen it, I've not used any, but I think I've seen maybe on videos or maybe at my Dollar Tree some earring jewelry kind of making stuff. So may not last like when it gets wet, may kind of turn. I also like to get these little rubber tips. I think I got these at Walmart or definitely Amazon, AliExpress, I'm sure. And then some small jump rings. And the reason I like to use the jump rings is just whenever you are wearing them, it helps them to hang better. Gives them a little bit more dangly to them. Dangly, I like that word. All right, so I'm gonna make this set, and then I'll end our video, and I'll make some more and I'll post pictures at the end of the video so you can see all the different variations that I made. All right, now I have always done this, but I actually saw this on another video of your jump rings, open them side to side. Don't stretch them apart. And work smarter, not harder, in that I'm going to put it through both of these pieces at once. Meaning I'm going to put it through the earring and, well, the heart and the earring piece at the same time, instead of like opening one and then having to open the other. You can open the earring. It's a little bit harder to get it back into the shape though. I'm using my jewelry pliers. If I was using regular, I may need to get 2 sets of regular pliers. Those round ones are great for wrapping wire, but sometimes it's more difficult. And y'all, I think I may have to dig out some glasses. Don't actually have reading glasses, but like prescription, but sometimes I do wear them. And I am getting older, so these little bitty rings is harder to see. And Cody abandoned me a long time ago, you know. Just make sure you kind of think about like which way does my hook need to be facing whenever you put it on. There we go. All right. And see what I did? Nope, I did. It's right. So there it is. Now, I have earring cards that I have made. Now, you can buy these, but I did make them with my logo. I did a print and cut with my silhouette. And I like the craft ones. I don't do the little bitty holes on the silhouette because then it's just a mess getting those off. I actually just use this to make my little holes for my earrings. So another thing about the little rubber things is they help hold them in here. But personally, I always wear these. Again, they're so light, and I have long curly hair and they get caught in my hair, and if I didn't have the back on, I have actually lost earrings before. Now, it may seem like it took me a long time to make these, but I've got all this stuff made, and now it's just going through and assembling the earrings. Now, you can take this. I made this to where it would fit in these bags you can buy in the craft section. I can slide that right down in there, and it's packaged and ready to go. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. This is a little bit different. I don't know that I've ever done an earring video or jewelry video. I do a lot of paper crafting, that kind of thing. But I hope you like this. Nice, easy Valentine craft. And now is the time to get started. So I'm a little late. I'm going to get busy and get these made. See ya.